him. And I think the reason that Matthew gives us insight into who Joseph was is so that we, on the backside of this narrative, and even for his people as he's writing this, would be able to see, before the test is administered as to whether or not Joseph will be obedient, he had made up in his mind that he would be a man that was righteous. He would do what was right. He was trustworthy. And even in the exercising of the law, he used discernment and wisdom. I think sometimes when it benefits us, we like the letter of the law. We like the let's go public, let's expose everything that needs to be exposed so that we can get to the truth, right? And I think in the same breath we would say, when it comes to the things that would bring shame in our life, we would like to deal with those quietly, right? We don't want all of our business exposed. We don't want everything that we've ever done wrong brought to everybody in the world's attention, right? When we talk about confession of sin, and we'll talk about this Sunday from Matthew 3, nobody wants to be in a place or amongst a group of believers where when we talk about confessing sin, it's, hey, you're going to come down front Sunday morning, we'll give you a microphone, and you're going to tell us everything that you've done wrong this week, right? Nobody wants to be a part of that. That's the letter of the law, it seems, that Joseph had the opportunity to exercise, and yet just because he knows what is right and he knows what the law expects, he still has a sense of discernment and care for those of whom exposing would influence in detrimental ways. I think it says something to us in the way in which we deal with people, right? And in some ways, it's what Jesus is talking about when he says, judge not lest you be judged. The same standard of which you judge others, you'll be judged. So be cautious that the judgment that you're issuing is righteous judgment, right? Is a sense and a motive to do what is right, with the understanding that where grace can be applied, it should. And while the standard of the law should be laid open, it should. So it's not that we avoid judging. People use that verse out of context to say, you can't judge me. But the reality of what is being presented in the context of that passage is righteous judgment. We're told to judge, but we judge righteously. And yet with our righteous judgments, we take into consideration whether the decisions we're making, the exercising of doing what is right, is going to bring open shame and lead to further rebellion against God, or if we, like James writes, would reach out and grab our brothers and pull them back into the truth. That's the purpose.